Liverpool versus everybody. Just having a little food, and just happy to see the boys finish off the preseason with a bang. Could have been more, but the object is to win the game, and we pretty much dominated that game. Torino had some moments here and there, but end of the day, Anfield Stadium was crazy. Energy levels were high, and the team performed. No injuries that I know of, to my knowledge. Can we talk about Daniel Sturridge, please? I mean, this guy kept working. Shaqiri tried to find him early in the game, couldn't really get to him, but he kept working and got a goal. That's 6 goals in the preseason. And I know it's preseason, but that is really good to see from Sturridge, a guy who, let's be honest, before the season started, we wondered if he was in Klopp's plans, if that was just it, that we need to go get a striker. And I think you don't go get a striker because you see, if Sturridge can stay fit, that's your second striker. That's a guy that can come in and start some games. Not because Firmino was hurt, but just to rotate. You know what I mean? I don't know what teams those would be against. It may not be against City. It may not be against, a big team. But he's a guy that can come in, especially with all these different competitions we're in, the League Cups, Champions League, whatever. He's a guy that is showing that he still has it. He still has something. He may have gotten something. Mommy says pray for Sturridge. He might not have as much pace as he had in that 13 and 14 season, but he still has that killer instinct and eye for a goal. Shaqiri, great pass again. Just really proud. Genie Wijnaldum was special today. Salah's kind of in the middle. Yeah, Wijnaldum as a winger up top right. I mean, we were able to really shift and mold and move guys around the pitch. Fabinho dropping back as a Lallana has some moments too. You got to give Lallana a little bit of credit. Nothing special, but had some good moments there. Real fluid. Should have had an assist for Sturridge. Sturridge went left, wide left. So yeah, Genie was very impressive, man. That's good to see. Because as this game is coming, there's still some concerns that I have. I'm sorry. There's still some concerns that I have. To go into a league season with only 2 fit center backs is nonsense, and it should be unacceptable. Now, you can't really plan for a Klavan to go down, Matip to go down. I get all that, but Matip's always injury prone. Klavan's had some injuries here and there. We should have gotten someone, and I think Dom told me earlier that we're in to get someone. I don't know who that. I don't know if it's the Vida or whatever guy named from Croatia, who I think is overrated. But also some another reinforcement in the midfield. I know Genie looked good today. I know Lallana had some moments. Curtis Jones, this kid, man. I mean, the ability he has, the smarts he has, the confidence. He doesn't look. Some young guys, they're young and they look shaky on the ball. Woodburn does that a lot for me. He doesn't always look confident. But this kid, Curtis Jones, born Scouser, is really just trying to prove his point, man. Winning for some really nasty tackles there in the game. But it was just really good to see us in the game like that. Would have been better to get a clean sheet, but not going to be too hard on that. Can't wait. I can't believe the season is almost here. It seems like forever, especially with the World Cup going on and all these ICC games and the preseason and all that. This is the real deal. This is we're really going to see how Liverpool start this season off. And still a lot to clean up. Still, I think throwing away chances. I think in the final third when we get the ball up in their box, some sloppy passing. But Klopp knows that. The players know that. Got to clear it up. For me, I'll go in more depth for the West Ham game. But top of my head, I'm going Alisson, of course, in goal. Trent on the right. I don't want to see Klein unless Trent is hurt. I'm sorry. Or maybe some rotation against Bournemouth or something like that. But I don't want to see Klein. That's just my opinion. Center back. Is Gomez okay? I don't know. Is it going to be Phillips, the kid, at center back next to Van Dijk? Lovren just got back recently. Surely he won't be starting, maybe on the bench. But so it looks like Gomez, Van Dijk. See what happens with that. Robinson's going to start. Klopp is still sticking with Moreno. He clearly values him and believes in him and trusts him to, I don't know, be a good squad player. So that's who will probably be on the bench for the left back position. Not sure what's going on with Milner. Probably want to risk that. Going up for headers, you know, that's stitches that can open right up. So or open back up. So midfield, I'm going what we saw today. I'm sorry, Naby Keita, Fabinho, and Gini. That to me should be the starting midfield trio, in my opinion. Henderson's back. I'll probably be on the bench. Curtis Jones, I think, deserves a spot on the bench. Been really good. I don't know how Klopp's going to do that. With you think Milner, Lallana. Tough decisions to make. Front three, you know what? I'm going Sturridge. I'm going Sturridge front three. I'm going Sturridge. I'm going Mane. I'm going Salah. Sturridge has earned, I think, a starting berth in this first game. He's been around the team longer than Firmino. He may even have a bit more sync with some of the guys, being there, playing with them, things of that nature, especially with Naby. Shaqiri off the bench, probably you'd assume. Developing a nice chemistry with him. So that's my starting 11. Love Firmino. He'll be the starter most of the games. But I think in that first game, I would go with Sturridge. I think Klopp will go with Firmino. I think Klopp will go with most of the people that I've said. Maybe Klein started at right back and maybe a different midfielder instead of Gini and Fabinho. A lot of people are saying Fabinho's not really getting accustomed to the team and maybe he's a liability and he missed a penalty and all this. Fabinho's a fantastic DM and I think he should be starting. We didn't pay that money. We didn't get him to have him on the bench. That's just my opinion. We didn't get him as a squad player. We got him as a starter, in my opinion. At least that should have been the aim and the reason why we got him. But you never know how to run the team, so we'll see. But yeah, really, really looking forward to. Like I said, I'll get more in depth into the West Ham game. Those are just kind of my thoughts of what I've seen this preseason, who I think deserves to start, who I think should be starting in this team in different roles. So again, good way to finish it off. Proud of the boys. The only game that really, really was frustrating, I think, was Borussia Dortmund, how we let that fall at the end in the second half. Maybe the Bury game wasn't so good, but we're on our way. We're on our way, and it's a chance for us to really, really get a bit of a head start on teams. So it's all up to us, though. It's all up to us. As good as we look, it means nothing if we can't translate that into real games. First three to four games of the season. Until September, really. First 3, 4, 5 maybe games of the season. Even with Tottenham up there, as far as one of the first teams we play, should be getting 3 points in all those games. Should be getting 3 points. Definitely shouldn't be losing any of them, but even drawing, we should be getting 3 points in all of those games. We're gonna need to. The City is gonna be good again. We know that. I don't think they'll repeat, but they're gonna be good again. You saw what they did against Chelsea. Oh, I don't think they look that great against Chelsea. Chelsea is a pretty awful side right now. Let's just be honest. New manager, new systems, disgruntled players. So I'm not going to give them a gold star for beating Chelsea. What I will say is that, they didn't have a full-strength team either, City, and they still looked somewhat impressive. So, Jason, we need someone who can unlock these park the bus sides. Yeah, well, that's what I'm hoping Kate's is for. But I'm not really concerned with that. I mean, there were a lot of times in those games. I'll say this: I think we've improved on that as long as Klopp has been there. There was games last season against Park the Bus sides, and we had chances, we just didn't capitalize them. Now, we might have minimal chances against those teams, but we have to take advantage of that. I don't care if it's 3 chances, score those 3 goals, or 2 of them, or 1. Whatever you got to do to get the game. And sometimes you got to make the game be ugly. You know what I mean? People talk about Mourinho and his, lack of football, anti-football. They got second in the league last year, okay? And we still couldn't beat them. So, to me, there are going to be games where you have to find different ways of winning. You're not going to score 5, 6 goals against every team, obviously. So what I like to see is that we're getting goals. I know against this preseason, we're getting goals from players other than Salah. Salah's not going to score 40 goals again. He's just not going to do it. If he does it, hey, I'll put my hands up. But he'll get his goals, but he's got to be more of a setup guy, because teams are honing in on him, and we can't just be a one-player team. You know what I mean? So, and then Salah will still have a fantastic season. But to repeat that is unheard of. He could do it. I think he can do it. But it's unheard of to get that again. So he'll have to be more of a facilitator this year as well as getting his. get yours, but also help the rest of the players get theirs. So the balance looked off. You think so? Okay. Thompson, Sturridge, and Shaqiri will be a great addition to the team. I agree. I agree. And I'll admit it now. When we were in for Shaqiri, I was not overly thrilled about that. But Luca, what did you think of that Firmino? I thought Firmino was good. Um, there are times when he overruns things and guys just go right past him. He doesn't seem to be the fastest dude. You know, he's long, lanky, kind of leggy. Um, but I think Firmino's good. He's solid. He's not a guy that's going to do a bunch of step up. He's not going to wow you with a lot of necessarily technical ability. Not that he can't do it. That's not his role. But it's not. I don't think that's what Klopp wants him to do. I don't think that's what he's comfortable doing. I think his job is to be a breaker in the midfield. He's that congestion medicine you get, or your mom used to give you when you had mucus in your chest and the phlegm that comes out. That's the players that he'll be breaking up in the midfield. So I think Fabino's been good. And people who know football, you're not watching Fabinho to see some amazing. You don't watch Fernandinho and think, oh wow, this guy's technically beautiful. No, you watch Fernandinho and you like Fernandinho because he's smart and he's a good DM. Same with Conte. You're not looking at these guys for scoring goals or doing tricks. You're looking at them for playing their role, which is an enforcer in the midfield. That's what you're watching Fabinho for. Yeah, Fabinho seems to be slow, but he has the brains to make up for it. Thompson. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely not the fastest dude in the world. I think we all know that. But, you know, I mean, it doesn't mean that he's not going to be relevant for this team. I think he's going to be really, really immense this season for Liverpool. We've been calling out for that for a long time. And so I think we have it. Raymond, what's up? I don't know if I've ever seen you around, man. Welcome. I still think we need one more player. I do too, but listen, this is what it is. You know, there's all this talk, and if you guys watch Anfield, I think that there's more signings and all this other foolishness. Listen, maybe there will be. I'm not holding my breath for it though. Yeah, I think we need at least 2 or 3 signings, honestly, but I don't think we even get one. So, Jason, I think Bobby will have his breakout season. Seems like he knows he's a top player now. He got that swagger. Yeah, I agree with that. Dominic Fabinho was really good. Why the fuck are the Echo giving him a 5 for? Because it's the Echo. It's the Echo. You know what I mean? Let me say this too. You guys, you know I speak my mind, so if you don't like it, get the fuck off the channel, thumbs down it, whatever. Or share your comments here. There's a guy named Izzo for the Torino team. I'm assuming he's Italian. That seems like an Italian-ish name. And apparently he had a serious ban, but it got diminished or shortened for whatever reason. And the commentator said for some illegal activity. Now, if that's Sterling or any other black player, they would tell you what that illegal activity was. You know, whether you robbed somebody or you killed somebody allegedly, you know, you beat somebody up. Why is it that an Italian player gets the illegal activity? I just thought that was interesting. And it's funny how you go from getting a 16-month ban to 6. So, I mean, hats off to him. You know, you want to play your football, but I thought that was interesting that they even went into it, but then really didn't go into it. So, Fabinho, let's see. Dominic says for match fixing. He did say it was for match fixing. Well, he not the one. The I don't know what connection, whatever you were watching. When I was watching, they didn't say anything. So I mean, and why even say illegal activity if you're not? Why not just go with match fixing? So I didn't hear that. They just said illegal activity and left it at that. So, it is what it is. Back to Liverpool. Big season, man. Big season for Klopp, big season for the club, and hopefully big season for us supporters. The journey Klopp took us on, that team took us on last season in Champions League was beautiful. At the same time, while we're in it, it's enjoyable. At the end of the season, if there's no trophy, that's a disappointment. You know what I mean? Getting top 4 is one thing. I don't want to turn into the Arsenal level, being happy to get top 4. I want something to put in the cabinet with it. Which 3 midfielders should start on Sunday? For me, Gini, Naby, and Fabinho. For me. Jason, man, Klopp got a hard job from what I've seen from Jack so far. I start him. I'm not against that. And I was thinking that as well early in the week, yesterday or some point I was thinking Naby, Fab, and should carry more than 10, more than an advanced role. So I can see that. I wouldn't be mad at that. I think we've got one more signing out of Bailly or Tarkowski, I've heard. Yeah, I believe when I see it. Gini is so much better in an advanced role. He is, man. And again, who knows? Maybe he'll be more of a bench or a role player as an attacking player more than just that midfield kind of recycler. That's kind of what he's used for. And when he played in the Dutch league in Newcastle, that definitely wasn't what he was. He was more of an attacking winger. So we'll see. We'll see. Dan Moreno, man, I wanted Allison to get that clean sheet. Yeah, you got to block that cross. But it's Moreno. We know that, this is what to expect from him. Sorry, it happens, but no clean sheet, no problem. It's cool. Raymond said, because of Fabinho, that's why Genie is in front all the time. Yeah, and I don't mind that. I think he's able to express himself a little more. And who knows, Klopp may have been thinking, because he had to know Ox was going to be out. A lot of us didn't know, but allegedly they knew. They just didn't come out with it. Or Ox didn't want him to come out with it or whatever. But you never know. Maybe Klopp is thinking, you know what, I see something in Genie. We get a guy like Fabinho, who's a DM. No knocks against Henderson, but an actual DM by trade. You can see a little bit more of Genie going forward. You can see a little more of the other midfielders going a little forward. And Genie enjoying his football a bit more, playing in a role that's more, it's more familiar with him, or something that he at least prefers, I would say. Anyone know what's happening with Buvac? Nah, I'm not really sure. Can't say that I really care either. I think Pep Linders is a fine assistant coach, number 2, whatever. So, yeah. Perry's going out on loan. Good for him. I don't think it should be a loan. I think it should be a full-on sale. Sorry. He's not bouncing back. Is he going on loan in England? My best bet, I'd say go back to Germany, man. At least that's familiar. You got your people there, maybe more fans, friends, whatever. Every stadium he goes to as a starting keeper anywhere, or a backup keeper, he got to deal with heckling, booing. He seems like a guy that's not built for that. Some guys they thrive off that and they perform. So I don't know. German club, okay. Did he make a mistake again today? Yeah, the second half. Oh, real quick. If anybody's having trouble watching games, or you want to download LFC TV, there's an app called Live Football HD or Football Live HD. I couldn't believe it. It's free. That's how I watched the game. But I was on the bus coming back. Connection kind of went off. But it's legit. It's legit. So check it out if you want. Okay, I missed that, but I'm not surprised. I mean, it's it's Karius, so I'm sure he did nearly cost us a goal. Guys like Karius and Moreno are just, they shouldn't be playing with Liverpool. I'm sorry, it's just what it is. Live player? No, it's called Live Football HD. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Football Live HD, something like that. I wish I had a link for it. I'd give it to you. Yeah, I don't pay too much attention to Mourinho, Raymond, man. It's just like, we know this is what Mourinho does. That's a mind game. You know what I'm saying? He'll figure out a way. He's old enough. He's mature enough. He's been around this game long enough to figure it out. You're Man United. Please don't tell me that if you don't get the signings you want, then you're not going to have a good season. You'll be fine. They'll be fine. So this is what Mourinho does. He tries to deflect blame, deflect attention away from, what's going on in the camp. This is his third season at United, so we know usually in the third seasons, he's out of there. I wouldn't be surprised if they get rid of him in the season, but I think they'll be fine. I mean, they still have really top-class players. Let's just call it what it is. So I think they'll be fine. Not sure what's going on with Pogba. Apparently, Barca in for him. They got Lukaku still. They got enough players to do something. If they don't get who he wants, Moreno's not going to like that. So he'll be talking all season about how he didn't get his players and whining about that. But that's what he does. Thompson, Man United are still a problem. I don't believe that they will be bad too. Yeah, they won't. It's Man United. I mean, come on. People have got them. No, look, I could be wrong, and of course I would love that. But I'm not about to say, United's done or anything like that. And first of all, can we beat them first before I say anything like that? Can we beat them home and away for once in a while? So I don't believe, Moreno says that stuff to get under people's skin, and a lot of times it works. You see what he did to Conte. Antonio Conte fell for the bait. He ended up eating his ass up. So that's why I say when Klopp responds to that stuff, it kind of bothers me. I'm like, bro, just take the high road. Don't get into a war of words with this guy, because you'll lose every time. Yeah, Jason, I didn't know it was ESPN, but I'm always refreshing LFC, Liverpool Football Club on Google, and I did see that there's something about unlucky. I didn't read the actual article or what it said, but I saw like the little tagline of it. Um, I believe that. I don't think I need to see a study for that. I mean, that's obvious. That's obvious. We're unlucky in more ways than one. You know what I mean? With injuries, with certain calls in games, with um, bad keepers for such a long. We're unlucky in a lot of ways. So, um, but yeah, I didn't really need to see a study for that because that is glaringly obvious. But yeah, man, a little late than most of the other Liverpool channels tonight, but it's what it is. Thank you guys for hanging in with me, man. Raymond says, but to be honest, Man City is scaring the hell out of me. That's why I'm saying we need more center. Yeah, yeah. It's time to win something in this club. Yep, I agree. Um, you know, we know what City's gonna do. You know what I mean? It says a lot that they didn't really go in a transfer window. Pep's thinking is, I'm pretty good. I'm stacked. I'll add another winger in case Sane's going through a slump or hurt. Sterling. They have a great player for every position. That's just as good as the player they're replacing, or better. In some cases, yes, better. So, I mean, that's a team. That's a squad. Um, all this them repeating and winning the Champions League, pump your brakes. People are going too far. They're a good team, but no. Pep is a flop in the Champions League. We all know that. So unless he proves me wrong, which I don't see coming, then I want to hear about City winning Champions League. That's ridiculous. Jason, I think we got to chill on the press now. We got the players now. The ball goes back to keeper too much. Yeah, sorry, Jason, but we're not going to chill on the press. That's how Klopp plays. And there might be certain points in games where you do that, but chill on the press is not in Klopp's vocabulary. If anything, it's pump up the volume. No chill on the press. So the ball goes back to too much. I don't know about too much, but the press is how we get a lot of our goals. You saw today, pressing them, got interceptions. Now we didn't do it much with everything. That's how we play, though. That's the. I mean, imagine a Liverpool team that didn't press. That wouldn't. First of all, it wouldn't be, in my opinion, it wouldn't be as easy on the eye, and we wouldn't be as effective. You know what I mean? The high press is what gets us going. You know what I mean? It gets the crowd going. It gets the other team a bit nervous, a bit shaky, scared. So, especially bringing in a player like Naby Keita with Shaqiri there too, there's no chill on the press. Now, you may see if we have Sturridge starting a game, you may see the press look different. You're always going to see counter pressing, aka we get the ball away. You're going to have after the ball again. Pressing from the opening kick, yeah, we might tone that down a bit. We don't want to run plays into the ground, but that's part of why the football at Liverpool is so beautiful to me. So, Raymond, so what's your table prediction this season, bro? Good question. I'll get to that one second. We wouldn't get anywhere without getting pressed. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. There should be some games that we can play in a different way. Yes, but the pressing is always going to be instrumental and kind of a hallmark of what Klopp's teams do. That's just what would happen. Yeah. So Raymond had a good question. Thanks for that, Raymond. I'm not gonna go through the whole table, but I will go top six, and then I'll do relegation. I'll start with relegation. Relegation for me is going to be Huddersfield. I just don't think they have enough goals in their team. I think what Wagner did last season with them is remarkable. He should get a Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, I said it. Because that's just to have that team survive in the Premier League, looking the way they looked most weeks. I mean, that's nothing short of remarkable. So I think it comes to the end now, though. So I'm gonna put them in the relegation team. I saw him. What's up? Shaqiri and Sturridge look good, but I still think LFC need. Yeah, I think we're all saying the same thing. I think people want another attacking player, midfielder, and a center back. Will we get it? Highly unlikely. Liverpool, City, Chelsea, United, Spurs, Arsenal for me. Okay. Wow, you rate Chelsea to be third? Jeez. All right. Relegation. So I'm going with let's say Huddersfield, Cardiff, because I hate Warnock and I just don't think they've done enough really. Unlike Fulham and Wolves, and Southampton for me. So Southampton, Huddersfield, and Cardiff. What I'm saying now, as the season goes on, I might change. Okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, look, listen, they're keeping a lot of players, a lot of disgruntled players, but unhappy players, but okay. You know, Chelsea can adapt to the system quickly. Yeah, it's a big if, though. That's a big if. You know, we'll see, though. We'll see. They still have great players. They do. So, you know, any team with N'Golo Kante in the midfield, to me, has a chance. So, I'll go with that. Top six, Liverpool, of course. I'm going with them just because I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm always going to pick them no matter what, deluded or not. LFC shouldn't underestimate West Ham on Sunday. They have also brought decent players. They have brought decent players, but we've got better players, is what I'm thinking. I hear you. I agree with you. You never want to be too confident, overly confident, but I think we'll handle West Ham quite easily. I see some of the opportunities where we can play through passes, yeah, but because of Klopp's tactic and not wanting to lose the ball in the mid, we don't take them. I don't know about that, man. We keep going back to the keeper. Okay. I don't know if I agree with that, Jason. I think there are times when that happens. I don't know if it has anything to do with Klopp's tactics and they don't want to lose the ball because that would be. I mean, that means they're playing scared. I don't think a Klopp team does that. There's through balls that we see, I think, and I think you'll see more this season. I know preseason is something to go by, yes, but you could be right, Jason. But let's see what happens in the West game and this season in general, because I think that could change if that's even something that's actually happening right now. Big problem for Chelsea though is Morata. They don't have a goal scorer. They sure don't, and that's what I'm saying. What's the last team that didn't have a striker that won the league? You know what I mean? So the only good player West Ham have signed is Anderson. They've been far too overhyped. I agree, Don. And again, I don't want to, disrespect West Ham or anything like that, but that's not. They don't have a team that worries me. I'm sorry. There are a lot of teams in the Premier League that I say, okay, you know what? Us matching up against that team, that's a tough game. That's a tough game. And the being that it's the first game and it is a new team, it could be a tough game. But do I think we'll struggle with them? Not one bit. Morata is beyond a dud, man. He's as HH says, he's a brick. He's going to Brick Academy. So I don't know what's up with that dude, man. I don't know what's up with him. Oh, he's been with so many decent teams too, and that's the crazy thing. But oh my God, he's a bum. He's a bum. Yarmolenko is trash. Agreed. Was good in your Ukraine league. Yeah, flopped at Dortmund. He didn't even finish the season at Dortmund, so that's really sad. Klopp tactic fluctuate though. The game, there's a serious game plan. They do play through balls. I agree, my man. But I hear what Jason's saying too. What's your thoughts on Everton before you go? They look dangerous. Do they look dangerous? Based on who? What makes them look dangerous? They got the young Brazilian dude from Watford, okay, and they got Lucas Digne who ran his damn mouth about his tattoo, which I can't wait till he play Everton. I can't wait. Is he a left or a right back? I asked that before, and I don't know if I got an actual answer, but I don't know, whatever side he's on, if it's Mane's side or Salah's side, they're going to eat him alive. Run in your damn mouth before the season even starts, please. Everton were meant to be dangerous last season, exactly. Got themselves in a relegation bout. Yes, I don't rate, oh, he's left back, cool, thank you. I don't rate Everton. I could care less about them, to be honest. How many goals do you think Mohamed Salah will score this season? Says Assam. I'm going to say 25-30, somewhere around there. I think Mane's going to have a big season. I think Shaqiri will dump in some goals. Firmino. I think it's going to be really a team thing situation with goals this season. More so than any other season. I think it'll be really spread around. Look, if Salah gets that again, fine. Yeah, Salah's going to eat him up. Good coach. Bernard might be coming into. Yeah, I saw that. I think Salah's going to score more than last year. I hope he does. I don't think it's beyond him to do that. Anyway, the top four: Liverpool, City. I'm going Spurs, and then Arsenal. Actually, yeah. So I think United and Chelsea finish outside the top four. I can't see Spurs taking that big of a hit. I know they didn't sign many players, but they got a similar situation that City have, in my opinion. Now they can get a little bit more depth for Kane, maybe another attacking player for Son. I get all that, but they have a good enough team that I think they're not going to just take some massive dive. Chelsea and Arsenal have new managers. They're going to take some time to get that. I think Arsenal's a bit ahead, a bit more further along than Chelsea. I think they could do good this season. Dini's a Barca reject, exactly. What has the Everton coach actually done? No, I agree. I agree. He did some good things with Hull, but I think they still got relegated, was it? And then Watford sacked him. So, I mean, and that's just in the Premier League. I know he's coached other places. Aubameyang may be one to watch. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he came in for a short period of time last season, but did really well. So Coleman was to be the new special one as well. Yeah, Coleman's a good coach. I'm not gonna knock him, but Everton's just not. I don't. Yeah, they're not. They're not. I mean, it's for Coleman to lose his job like that. I mean, that's a huge dent on him and his career. So, see what happens. Firmino always gets me excited when he's on the ball. He just makes the game look so easy. Gabriel Jesus brick. Firmino is the key to our success. I like that, Raymond. Good shot. Yeah, yeah. And what do you know? I mean, Firmino had the better stat line in the World Cup than Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus is a fine player and he does really well in the Premier League. So I'm not gonna down talk him, but I'd rather have Firmino just for the work he does, what he does for Liverpool. Gab could do maybe, but I don't think he would. And so I prefer Firmino, honestly. Liverpool and Man City is shaping to be an epic rivalry. It is. It is. I agree with that, Thompson. I agree with that. Yeah, the keepers. It's a Brazilian connection, man. Brazilian connection. Jason, I was feeling Lallana when he came on. Yeah, yeah, I was saying that earlier. Pretty good. Pretty exactly. Tidy play. Yeah, he's pretty good. And I'm not a huge Lallana fan, but no, Lallana was decent. And I think he didn't do a whole lot of the Cruyff shit, that always, in my opinion, seems really unnecessary. He kind of kept that in check and just played pretty, smart football for the most part, what I saw of him. So, yeah, no, that's good. And again, getting up into this season, we're going to need Lallana. Just for nothing else, a body that can come in and make something happen, maybe. You know what I mean? A moment of magic. Again, if he stays fit, I think Lallana can help us. That's a big if. So, Sturridge is so underrated. Went off form, he's mad. Listen, if Sturridge never had these injury issues, he'd be at least at the level of Kane as far as production, or if not better. You know what I mean? And leading the line for England. I really believe that. He's a world-class striker when he's fit. And that's the whole shame about Sturridge. And if his career ends with Liverpool, I hope it's, if it's going to be this season, I hope it's a season where he stays fit for the majority of it and really is a big part of what we do in every competition. I hate to talk about what people deserve, but Sturridge of all players deserves it. He's gone through stuff where people say he's selfish and he doesn't want to be here and he mopes and pout and stuff. I've never seen that. Sturridge is a mighty man of God. He believes in himself. He's had some crazy injuries. That's what it comes down to. People are killing me when they say, "Oh, he's speaking a different tune now because he related Liverpool to an ex-girlfriend." No, he's saying the same things he's been saying. Sure, that's a new wrinkle into the story, but he's been saying the same thing he's always saying. He wants to be fit. He wants to play. He likes playing at Liverpool, and let's hope for a better season. He's been saying that. Better than Kane, 100%. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Kane's a tapping merchant. Sturridge has it all. Yeah, yeah. No. Again, I really think that if he never got that injury, which I think Kane really, really benefited from. Now, listen, I'm not going to take anything away from him. He's come in and done really well for Tottenham. I thought the one season he had was going to be a one-hit wonder. He's definitely proved me wrong on that. Getting double digits every season after that. Just being an essential player for his team. But yeah, he's nowhere near Sturridge in my opinion as far as skill set. He's big, strong, and hold the ball up, get some nice goals. But yeah, he's more of a kind of punch in from 3 yards out, whatever. And every now and then getting something from long distance maybe. And I don't think he's as good with both feet. I think as Sturridge is capable of being. Ain't too many strikers like Sturridge. Yeah, last of a dying breed. No, I agree. Magic feet. Yeah, he's a dancer. Aguero's probably better in that, and that's it in the Prem. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think the ability to stay healthy is a talent. Yeah, yeah, and that's what it comes down to. So, Thompson, Dom, Jason, who else is in here? Raymond, welcome again. Glad you came by, bro. I know I'm missing somebody. Assam, okay. Mame, if I'm missing you, it's not on purpose. Jason, did I say Jason? Yeah. Thank you, all of you guys. Can't wait to see you guys on Sunday. Really can't wait, man. It's gonna be a big year for us. I know we say that a lot, especially since Klopp has been there, but it's gonna be a good year. So one love, man. See you guys soon.